Hi, we're glad you stopped by. If it's your first time here, welcome. Do stay a bit and enjoy the virtual conversation. One fine day in August, I decided to retire, early-ish. That decision followed from a complex and boring set of events. About the same time, Wendy got a job back in Michigan, where our parents decided to retire. Really? Who would decide to retire in the frozen north of Michigan? Oh well, what you gonna do with parents? So, everything was set up for the move. Maryland to Michigan. Except one little detail. We didn't have a place to land. No house, no apartment, nada. So, I bought an RV. A bit of an impulse buy, to be sure, but we had been sort of shopping for a camper. We ended up with an older model, 2006. We're the third owners. It's a little Class C. You know, a van chassis with a coach stapled on the back. Picked it up in Virginia one afternoon, drove it to Michigan that night, and enjoyed our first camping trip at the local Walmart. Time passed, we moved into a little apartment, just walking distance from Wendy's job. I spent time caring for the parents. Then, one weekend, we decided to take the camper out and just see what it would do, just see how it works. Of course, as soon as we arrived at the campground, the sky did open up and the rain did fall, and it did fall hard. It rained on and off all weekend long. Between the rain pulses, I did get in a walk or two. One late evening, just before the rain came, I happened to shine the flashlight toward the forest. Dozens of eyes shone back. Later I learned that these eyes belonged to raccoons, looking, I guess, for something to steal from the campers. Ah, camping. Living with critters that want to eat your food whenever it's not raining. Well, a Class C RV, whatever the brand, is well known for leaking around the overcab area. Our camper was no exception. Black mold everywhere, sodden insulation, and rotten wood. I worried that our RV would be declared a toxic waste dump. But the bones, those bones, made with aluminum tubing. So, I hired a shop near Elkhart, Indiana to repair the roof, including new wood to replace the rotten, moldy stuff, time to clean up the overcab area, and even put a couple of additional aluminum braces. That was a bad move. The repair did not work out well, not at all. Poor workmanship, incomplete work, and a bill big enough for a normal person to retire on. All that after waiting an entire year. Somehow, this shop went out of business a couple of months later. But still, it was a costly and time-consuming learning experience for Wendy and me. Now there's just no hope. I'll have to fix up this massive, unholy mess. And Wendy has a list of fixes too. Reasonable items, to be sure. How many folk really think that dirt cheap carpet is great, wonderful, and is just what's needed inside a camper? Or is there any way possible to make the lunch booth less comfortable? And so it started, the task of renovating our camper.